Yo, what is going on, ladies and gents? Welcome back to another Warzone Mobile video, and today we're going to be covering some optimization that the Warzone Mobile devs has officially given us today. So without further ado, drop a like and subscribe, and let's hop straight into it. Rightio then, guys. So I uploaded a video yesterday. If you haven't checked that out, check it out. It's the full patch notes of Season 3. But the one thing that it did not include was, is there going to be any optimization updates? Is there going to be any graphical updates? Well, today, Warzone Mobile actually tweeted out some very good information. So let's take a look at that straight away for you. So on screen right now, the first image will be the Android optimization. So they're stating that they're aware of the issues impacting a subset of Android devices. So the issues that are known, some Android devices were misconfigured to use higher default settings than intended. And the fix, they've adjusted the default settings for Android devices. Now, the other issue was graphics took longer to load than expected, resulting in low fidelity graphics in early matches. Now, they fixed that as well by more assets are loading in before matches begin, so graphics will immediately improve more rapidly upon joining a game. It's fantastic news. The next one, crashing, graphical corruptions, and disconnects was unexpectedly occurring on some Android devices. Now, they've fixed this. We've discovered a bug that was causing too many vehicles and buy stations to spawn in on Verdansk, which impaired game performance. This has been resolved. They've also added a rejoin feature. So if you do get disconnected or your game crashes, load it back up and you can rejoin. Right, before we move on to the next image that I want to show you, just briefly going over that Android optimization. So these are some major fixes. Now, one of the biggest things is that low and medium end devices was actually running graphics on medium or high or even peak when their devices could not even run that, causing all those crashes. And those guys got laughed at in the community because people were like, oh, well, it's meant to be that way. Clearly it's not, because Warzone Mobile has rectified the issue and they've now fixed it going into the Season 3 update. So just to make you aware that these changes will be in Season 3 and more to come after the launch of Season 3, which is later today, actually. Moving on to the next one then is device temperature. Warzone Mobile said they're aware of some devices that get warm while playing Warzone Mobile. The issue was that default FPS cap was set too high on certain device models, resulting in thermal and performance issues. Now, the fix that they've done, they've adjusted the default FPS to better keep devices cool. Now, in progress, what they're also working on is continually to adjusting other levels that affect device temperatures. This is going to be an ongoing battle for the next couple of months until they master it. Once again, the engine they're running Warzone Mobile on is the exact one as PC and console. It was built for PC and console and never intentionally intended to be used on mobile. So it's a long process to be able to, optimize a full-blown new system on mobile rather than using Unreal and Unity. So big props to the devs. By the way, not being paid for this video. So before you comment in the comment section below, sponsored. Keep it to yourself, bro. Next image then is graphics. We're aware that some players are experiencing pixelated images and textures. So the issue behind that, Warzone Mobile uses streaming to load in graphics as you play. This dramatically reduces the total install footprint and download size for players, but players with poor internet connectivity will experience lower tier graphics. Now, the fix for this is that more graphics will load in before matches begin, so graphics will immediately improve more rapidly upon joining the game. Now, there was another one where the default FPS was set too high for some devices, resulting again in thermal and performance issues, which we just covered just a moment ago. They've adjusted the default FPS settings for low or medium tier devices. Now, I want to put this into perspective for you guys, okay? The way that this engine's running at the moment is that when you load into a game, the more you play, the more textures are continuously being downloaded and put into your game. So it looks better and better over time. Now, what they've gone and done, which they've mentioned here, is when you're in main menu and before you load into matches, these textures and parts of the map are being rendered in before you even get in the map. So therefore, the graphics and FPS should be a lot better and you should see less pixelation on your textures and your graphics. So again, another big W for the dev team there. Moving on, gameplay difficulty. The game can feel harder when you're playing against up to 120 real players. I don't mind that. But anyways, the issue is more real players lead to more difficult games. Now, the fix is they've adjusted matchmaking and other levels to improve the level of difficulty for new players. There was another one then, that there are too many controller players in Warzone Mobile. So the next step, what they're working on, is that they're going to continue to evaluate balancing player matchmaking pools by native touch and controllers. Right, this one's a big one for me, and it's probably going to be a big one in my comment section and in the discussions between you guys. More real players lead to difficult games. So what are they doing? So there's two outcomes to this one. They're either going to do skill-based matchmaking, where if you're a low player with a low KD, you will play against players similar skill levels. Or the one option that myself and pretty much everyone else is probably going to be a bit worried about is adding AI bots into the game. Now, if they do this, it's not a bad thing as long as bots don't overfill lobbies. And as long as it's only at the beginning level. So if you're a brand new Call of Duty player, level 0, that is when you're going to get AI in your matches until like perhaps you reach like level 20, 25 or whatever. As long as they keep that there and away from the mainstream like players like myself that play every day and like you guys that enjoy playing and you experienced, as long as they keep AI and bots away from that and we get to keep the real player 120 count, it should be fine. But I'm very curious to see how they're going to approach that one. But either way, so that is all the fixes that they're bringing in. Now, personally, I think this is great. I do hope though that next season they bring the patch notes, they bring the, you know, all the fixes and stuff along on top of the patch notes together. Because we did get a little bit worried yesterday on yesterday's video. Again, check it out. It's all the latest stuff that's coming in Season 3, including new guns, new operators, game modes, and much more. But hopefully they bring these patch notes and the optimization and graphical tweaks into the same patch notes. Because personally, I think players would rather that. They would rather the clean communication straight off the patch notes. And also, not only that, if you guys are not aware, Call of Duty, they do mid-season updates. So if the update isn't great for you straight away, don't panic. It's not the end of the world. Don't uninstall the game. Just give the game some time, because just to let you guys know, they literally flew over to Shanghai last week for the week to work as hard as they have on this update ready for Season 3. And that is what they're continuously doing every day. Now, trust me, from a developer point of view, it is very hard to like continuously stay motivated and work like a horse. But these guys have been doing that because they're super passionate about the game. It's not that they want to release unfinished game to you guys. They generally want to release the best to you guys. So that's why they're trying their hardest to fix. You know, there's always hiccups at the start of global launch games. Apex had it. Multiple other games have had it. I'm not going to go into too much detail, but over time, it's going to get better. This is what, the 3rd or 4th update since global launch for graphics and settings and optimization and device heating. I think that's a big W from my perspective. I'm not going to lie. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. And guys, as always, drop a like, subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one. Absolute legends. Peace out.
All part of a plan.
Gas inbound. Safe zone relocated. Safe zone relocated.